Hey guys, and welcome to Prophet of Gaia Season 2, Episode number 9. If this is your first time tuning in, I will apologize in advance because you may have absolutely no idea what is going on. But just sit back, relax, and hopefully you'll have some fun. And Annika, go ahead and recap us for the last one.
So last week I discovered that Max, our 16-year-old companion who has been MIA this whole season, he's in a coma. I discovered that he's in a coma because his consciousness is no longer in his body and he is presumably traveling some other plane and we have no way of getting him back. Meanwhile, the team continued to excavate the ship toward the biome that Sly has been banished to for murdering a man. And along the way, we were ambushed by a dwarf infested with the alien virus from season 1. So we are now up against a very fast, very tiny, very deadly new enemy on this strange new alien ship.
And that's where we left off, actually. It was in the middle of a fight because it was late. So... Yep. I don't know all the specifics offhand, but I know that you have a barrier up, and you just sent it flying, or rather, Jenkins, who just swallowed a whole bunch of juice pills, sent him flying when he was about to attack him.
Jenkins is juicy.
I believe the wound soak on that was like 12, 20, something. What's the wound soak for your barrier? I'm going to say 20.
Yeah.
Because you rebuffed it. You reboofed it. So,
yes,
that is where we currently are, is Jenkins having this black, crackling energy, short little man with a long braided beard fly at you, angrily stopped, and then flies back into the darkness.
Yes.
Are we still in initiative roles, or are we kind of inactive now?
No, you guys are all met up now.
So I think Annika was probably this thing froze.
2 HP, Annika.
I'm actually okay because I took a bunch of pills. I'm out of pills though, so I'm only half dead right now.
And Planty is guarding the door. That's important. Fernie. Sorry, not Planty.
Fernie, yes.
Fernie the Fern. Yeah.
I think Annika was probably going to just keep focusing on that shield if I need to do any, okay. Thanks for the host, Nikita. Yeah, let's try to get out of this room. While this thing is frozen.
Yeah, you guys are about halfway across. So do you head back to your section that is known?
Okay. So is this thing frozen nearby? What's the
you guys don't
here?
know where he is. It's off in the darkness. This is a very vast, dark, empty space. You can make perception checks to try to see where he's at, but
okay. Gonna be alertness.
Am I still somewhat mind linked to him?
To the guy? No, you just got an idea of sort of what he's got going on.
I got a 15.
15, yeah, you don't see anything in the darkness as to where he is.
So I'm gonna grab Jenkins and try to shuffle the group backwards to where we came from.
Okay.
And
you have to get past Leo before you can do that.
Well, okay, so
No, that's not true. Leo switched places with him. Okay, so you can pick him up, and then Leo's in your way still, so it's up to Leo which direction you're going, basically, if you want to go back.
And Sly's behind me.
okay, well, so Annika's just like
And then there's a pair of legs behind Sly.
Yeah, there's a pair of legs.
Yeah,
There's a pair of legs just still...
Legs.
Yeah, so Annika's just like, we got it. Guys, move. Back.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but that thing is or used to be Rorik people.
Yeah, I kind of figured. This being their ship and all. Can we talk about it not while it might attack us at any moment?
You guys, yeah, go ahead, you guys.
I'm just gonna like motion at him like.
I'm behind y'all.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
like-
So you guys start moving. Oops. I don't have my dice.
No, you're in front of us. If we turn around,
Yeah,
you'd be
now-
on.
now you're in the
You'd be
lead.
blocking the path for us to go
Oh, we're moving
back.
back? No,
Yeah. That's why I'm just looking at you like.
So we were like halfway there, right, Gagnor?
Yeah.
You're about halfway.
So it doesn't matter which way we go; it's the same distance, and
Mhm.
at least we know what's back there, and we need to seal it off. We need to fortify it. We need to like make sure this, get this under control before we possibly expose the rest of the colony to it. Is what
Oh.
Annika was saying through the comms at the end of last episode.
Well, who gave Jenkins pills?
Annika.
Why'd you give Jenkins pills, Annika?
Y'all look real funny right now.
God damn it.
He, you know what? Kind of needed them.
All right. Well, I mean, y'all go in front of me. So I just kind of get as like
The path
As
is like this
thin-
wide.
yeah, I get as like even though I'm hulking, like I'm still hulked out. I just start like fucking moving him to the other side. I'm just like.
Yeah.
So I move everybody in front of me.
Okay. So you switch them over to the other side.
Yeah. All right, y'all go. I'll
So, Ann-
come up behind y'all.
Annika with the shield will be, try
But
to.
I'll start moving that direction then, back towards the door.
Quickly.
Nimbly. Although I don't know how nimble I am in my bulk.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're.
All right, you start to move back. Sly, make a dodge check.
Yep.
As you guys sit there
This is where
for
we find
the
out how nimble you are.
few seconds that you start moving stuff around, shifting each other back on the thing, takes about, only about 5-10 seconds for you guys to figure out what you're doing and switch around. And then suddenly something comes flying out of the darkness at Sly.
Oh man, my.
Not great.
Oh no. I got a lot of numbers. I'm hulked out.
There we go.
You're just a bigger target.
28. Okay.
Out of a possible 48, 56. So
Yes.
I got half.
So he hits you.
Damn.
But
But barely.
no.
Do we need to roll
How did he
initiative again?
roll?
Like
49.
Last.
Impossible. As he flies for you, you see him out of the corner of your eye, and you go to move and dodge. I'll say you're still inside the bubble.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I got hella wound soaked because I'm hulked out.
that's gonna be.
Just give him a hug. Maybe he just needs a hug.
That's a 44 to you.
I got
Which is 44 wounds, but it's gonna be soaked. 20 is gonna be soaked by the shield, and
I
then.
I got 22 soaked from Hulk
Damn.
and armor. So I took 2 damage.
You took, you took 2 damage as he just
Oh, no.
slides in, and his fist collides with you, and you can see like he actually stops on the impact of striking into you, and you can see him full frontal. You can see that he's wearing this brilliant black armor that's been just completely fused to his body, much like you, and you can see his eyes just like burning with this pale green color, and his large beard. And you see that he is only about, 3.5 feet tall as he strikes you.
Oh, that
And
was all ginger.
and pushes you back a little bit into the thing, and then he sets his feet down on the ground for a second, and then roll initiative.
All right.
My initiative's gonna be crazy too.
Ooh.
Ugh. Initiative is not my strong suit.
I like that I got a 12 and a 1.
Yeah.
What the?
Oh.
All right,
man.
so we've got
38.
Leo
I could've
at
had-
22,
I could have had 52, and I get 13.
Annika
Well,
at
you
16.
tried to dodge, and so you're.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
Right? I could have had 52. And
Alright.
I
You were
get
just
13.
stunned by his resemblance
Let me
of
roll.
yourself.
Or of myself and Rory.
Yeah.
The two things. I
Well,
love
you're
the
not
Like,
you're
oh,
not
I
the
don't know if
last
I want to
person
kill
to
this
go. All right, good job, Fernie. All right.
Fernie!
Bernie rolled a 1.
You rolled a 3.
Out
To
of
be a
D4.
plant. Yeah, out of D4. To be a plant that sits by the door, which he is guarding with his ferny goodness. So, it sets its feet down for a second, and then in a flash, it's striking back up at you, Sly. At this point, it's within the bubble. So.
So he's fighting us in the bubble?
Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious.
Oh, God.
Okay.
40. 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doubled that. So. Okay. And then damage. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
You want to kill us, don't you?
It is nice to like hit you every now and again.
No, wait a minute. Hold the phone.
I don't have a phone.
He has to make a
Where-
willpower check,
Where
right?
is his Throm's imposing will beating a 19?
Okay.
That's his willpower that has to beat a 19, not anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Still gonna roll like a 90.
He shouldn't have that much willpower. He doesn't have a mind.
Yes, he does. He rolled a 22. I also have discipline skill, by the way.
That is called BS.
Nope. So, he strikes you. That is 38 to you, which is soaked by 22. So that
16.
is 16 damage. As he plows, his fist sharpens basically into a blade for half a second as he strikes into your chest. It rips into your armor and he pulls it out, and you just start leaking this strange fluid you haven't seen before because you've never been hulked out and really injured. This black oozing substance starts pouring out of your chest.
That's
And
cool.
that said, he is standing there now within range. So that is going to be Leo.
I guess I will keep moving towards the door if we're trying to back up that way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to chuck my spear at him again.
Okay.
So for this one, do we say it's a D6 just for the effect currently?
Yeah. Yes. So question is, how are you throwing your spear?
What do you mean? I mean, like javelin, just move ahead and then just javelin, back at him.
Back at him? Okay, because there's like 3 people between you and him, so.
Yeah, no, like up over, as they run, kind of like up over their heads.
Okay. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Okay, 5. All right.
That's weak for 18.
18. Yeah. So the effect. Okay. So you chuck this spear at him, and you just like chuck it up and over, and then it like dashes back down, and it strikes towards him, and he catches it in his hand. And he takes it, and he looks at it, and then it starts burning his hand a little bit, and he drops it, and it appears back in your hand.
Huh. That's awkward.
And he looks up at all of you, just... So, Annika.
Well, I think I am obliged to make some kind of medic check to... I'm assuming Sly is, like, still oozing.
I mean, he doesn't have, like, a bleeding effect or anything.
He's just leaking.
He's just leaking.
Yeah. So I'm gonna...
Oh, guys, you made me pee!
I'm gonna try to attempt to, like, just use my physical ability to stitch that up.
Wait, when I'm hulked out, what does my vitality go to again?
With your hulked out, your vitality, it's whatever. It's whatever. How many steps your bonus is in it?
Hey, 32 to fix Sly up.
Okay. That's going to be 8 back to you, Sly.
Back to 32.
Yeah.
Took, like a wad of bandages and just kind of like stuck it into his chest, like, it should work.
I imagine she used psionics to do it, but yeah.
I did, yeah.
So she just goes, just twists her hand at it, and the wound twists. The metal on your chest twists. So you've got this twisty metal clog that's stopping the gross blood-like substance from leaking out from inside of you. And you just look down.
You didn't have to poke me to heal me.
Not anymore, I don't.
You see a little finger going. So at this point, Sylvia, you are close. You are at the you come to the breach of the door, and you see a fern sitting right in the doorway, and then you see people just sort of there.
About half a mile away down.
How long does it take for me to use my empathic whatever the fuck on this fern?
You can do it freely if you want.
I would like to do that.
Look, a fern.
Good. Yeah, dude.
I would like to ask the fern the fuck is going on.
How you feeling, Fern?
Where did you come from, Fern? What is happening?
Use your you gotta roll for it.
Okay, I forgot to open my sheet. It's fine. I'll get there in a sec.
No worries.
Just running along like, oh, a fern. Oh, hi.
Stop to have a conversation with it.
It's in the middle of the doorway, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's suspicious, and there's things going on over here.
Right.
And it's a floating.
I'm curious.
It's a floating
Right?
fern.
You
with,
can
like,
see its
purple-
roots, and it's got like
It's
purple
floating
tips to it.
Shit, it's a dope fern in the middle of the suspicious place. I need to check it out. Okay.
You
I also
probably
need to
heard Sly
remember.
screaming about it on the comms. He did a lot of that. My
Okay.
fern.
So, intelligence and psionics?
Intelligence, willpower,
And willpower.
psionics.
Intelligence, willpower, okay. 12, 8, 6, and 10. Got this.
And your psionics as well.
And
35. Okay. So you just probe it, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And you hear back, "Master Sly is in trouble. We must protect him."
Yes, Bernie! Bernie!
okay, I just nod at the fern and I like make a little gesture like you be safe here, and then
You see its little leaves sort of wiggle.
okay. I love this fern now. Fern's so fun. Let's go, Lara.
Now it's gonna be like Fernie the Fern Butler.
Master Sly.
I'm holding Lara's hand and we're running to get
Okay.
closer.
You're
Hopefully do
running
something.
with her. Okay. do me a favor
Huh.
and roll for Lyra.
Okay. How do?
She gonna activate once I find Lyra.
Okay.
Oh, there she is. She gonna activate her physical trait.
Uh-oh.
To
We
do
are
that.
gonna
She's
die.
dope.
So I need you to write down or roll for me. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
A D12 or 2D12 plus
Okay.
2D4 plus a D6.
2d12, 2d4, and a d6.
Yep.
Boom.
26.
Mhm.
Okay, let me go to my thing.
Okay.
Da, da, da.
Hmm.
God, that's so good. Okay. So you see, Lyra, the whole plant thing happens, and she's like,
Mhm.
and then she nods to the plant, and starts running. Lets go of your hand and starts running, and gets faster, and faster,
Oh, okay.
and just
Okay.
straight down the thing. This
I'm gonna
little
yell
girl
after her, "You
is
be
just
safe!"
fucking bulleting straight through there.
Freaking, I'm coming. I'll be there in a minute.
And you're like, oh, bye, baby girl. As she flies through the thing. Okay, so she'll make it there next turn, but Slide is your turn.
Oakley dokley.
And Sylvia.
And Slide is finally your turn.
I'm gonna try and get a little in the mind of it again.
With a 19. Yeah. Okay, you're in the spine.
Okay. Am I sensing his previous, lineage trying to battle?
You do.
the
You can
corruption?
tell that his brain, like his mind, his will, is constantly fighting against the will of the hive mind. And you can see that his sanity is all but gone. Like his thoughts when you're in there, it just seems like screaming and jabbering, and it's like you talking to Badass McGee, but if you did it for like 50,000 years.
Yeah. Okay. Now I told Rourke about this, so is he on the way?
Yeah, he's on the way.
Because I'd imagine he'd be sprinting. I said his people
Yeah.
are here. All right. Is he close enough for me to mind link with him?
You can try. He was drunk down all the way at the bottom, so.
So that should be easier to mind link. No resistance mentally.
Yeah.
19.
19? Yeah, sure.
All right. With these two mind linked, I connect Rourke's mind also with I use it myself as a bridge to each other's minds, and I quickly tell Rourke, "This is one of your brothers. Save him."
The second you do that, you hear like another voice come in into Rourke's, and he's like, "Who are you? What's good?" And it just starts jumbling together, and his voice links in with the other two voices, and it's just noise.
Probably should have told Rourke first. All right. Well, I'm gonna try some weird, freaky, deaky shit. Before I do, I'm like, "Hey, badass, get ready to take the wheel for a second." And then in my mind, I say that so it's instantaneous, and I tell Annika, "Be ready to strap me down, just in case, shit goes down." I'm going to disconnect my consciousness and put myself into the body of or my consciousness in with the possessed dwarven dude.
Okay, give it a shot.
I thought I could leave my body freely.
Entering his mind. Like, fully. Give it a shot.
Well, I mean, okay. And I'm going to use, since I never use them anyways, I'm going to use all 6 of my power points.
Oh, shit.
This better can work. 29.
Consult
And
the
it
sheet.
fails. Good power
Consult
point
the sheet. Consult the sheet.
And he rolls a 30 for defense. Fuck!
It's not a defense thing. It's just a difficulty threshold thing. Okay. You start to pull yourself through, and you try to occupy his body with him. And you do. And for a second, you're like, haha, I'm inside of his body. And then suddenly you are feeling the most immense pain you've ever felt in your entire life. Your mind feels like it's being shredded by the insanity that is going on inside. The voices are screaming. I need you to make a willpower check.
Yeah, I was about to say, hold on, willpower and discipline, right?
And
Yep.
Sly just killed
I
his
have
spirituals.
a lot of mental discipline or whatever now. 18. Not too bad for what the roll is.
Yeah, no, you're screaming and an
Okay.
internal agony inside of this body. You can continue to try to combat against it, but right now you're being buffeted by 50,000 years of inner turmoil. So
Does Ramon's imposing will have any help?
that's not what this is. This is a mental attack, and this is because you entered it.
Yeah.
So it
like
feels like
jumping
while
into
you're
the
inside there,
fire.
you are inside of a turmoil, like a tornado of just anguish and regret,
So it's gonna take a little bit.
and a voice screaming, "Kill, kill, kill." It's just incessant. So yeah, you're having a rough time in there, buddy. Meanwhile, go ahead and make a roll because Badass McGee's gonna try to stab this guy in the face.
What am I rolling? Like regular rolls?
It's Badass McGee. So
And he's doing just with a sword?
with the sword that is connected with you guys.
Yeah, the Excalibur modification.
Yeah, whichever
Shit.
one has been absorbed.
Yeah, it's agility strength, or what is it?
It's agility with sword skill.
Yeah, but... Alright.
22. That's all
Okay.
that's all he's got. That's all he's
Yeah,
got.
I don't know. Yeah,
I guess
I mean, it
probably
should be.
seems about right.
It's just agility, yeah.
This is gonna just be passive because he's not doing anything much. That's 15. That's 9. Yeah, no. He just passively, even though he's like kind of semi shut down right now, he just moves, just completely dodges the blade that flies towards his face. So that was Sly's turn. And Jenkins runs down the platform back towards the thing, just as fast as he can go. And as he starts running, he just goes, "Oof," and he just zips straight to the other side. Passes straight by everybody else, and he hits the wall and just straight against the wall. His visor, you can hear like the crack of him hitting it.
Oh no.
And he's gonna take cool, 1 wound. As he slams against the wall, and you just hear, "Son of a bitch," echoing
Not
through the
dead.
darkness. So we are back at his turn. Inside of his mind, Sly, you come out of the fog and the twister of emotion and mental anguish that's going on, and you find yourself
Flashbang.
sitting in a chair in a cavern. The first thing you notice is a drip of water lands on your head.
I'm being waterboarded.
And up above you see this long stalactite just dripping, dripping, dripping. The water droplets continue to hit your head. Across from you, you see an old, haggard-looking dwarven man sitting in a chair across from you. In his center of the top of his head, you see a large dent. His head seems to be mangled in a way as it's concaved from drops of water as a stalagmite sits atop of his head. His eyes are dull as he sits there staring forward at the ground.
What gotta do? Yo!
There is no response. But he
What
will
was that?
he will still strike the target in front of him, which is Badass McGee.
Why, I should know,
Ooh,
what
that's
was
low.
friend? Because, like, just 10 seconds ago, theoretically, I used it.
Mm-hmm.
What was friend again? Like, Molakak or something?
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can just say it if you want. Like, friend.
Yeah, friend. But
Okay, that's a 40.
in Dwarven.
That's a 40 to hit Badass.
Okay. I don't know if, let's see here.
Oh, Gary. Chucking away $2,000. The fuck?
Oh, come on!
35? He hits him, but not very well. Alright. That's 13. That's 23, so 1 point of damage. As he strikes out of him mindlessly, you just see a swipe across, and the body just lurches and takes off into the darkness.
So he's gone again. In there somewhere.
He's gone back to his quick strike routine.
Awesome. Now what?
Now what indeed? It is now Leo's turn.
Yeah. Trying to think of something that's like useful at the moment, and I'm just like,
Calling octopus. Calling octopus.
I don't know. We don't know where he is.
Yeah, he's at a
that's
bar
right.
again. He's at a bar getting like drunk.
Yeah.
8 fist in it.
We haven't
Six
seen him
fist-
all season. I don't even remember his name at this point.
Yeah.
Donde?
Can I try to precog where he's gonna come from next?
Sure.
All right, so this one's gonna be that plus intelligence and willpower, right?
Yep.
Not go. Okay, I am slowly remembering these better. Is it really the same? Oh no.
22.
Mm-hmm.
You see the shadows once again with your in combat, precog. You generally see shadows foreshadowing where they're gonna go. Like if you ever watch Chronicles of Riddick, you can see the, and then his body meets up with it. So you see that zip out of the darkness, heading towards the door behind you, where you guys were all headed.
Just be like, he's headed for the door.
The door that we're going to, or the door?
The door you're running for. The door back to civilization.
Birdie!
And then I'm gonna continue running because I would assume the precog takes my turn.
Yeah. I mean, you can use the passive precog to do things, like if you want to like shoot towards where that he's going to be kind of stuff, but yeah.
Right, but for now I'll just use it as that.
Sure. Yeah, if that's all you're doing with it, then yeah. Okay. So, Annika.
Oh, how many points?
Does anybody?
Just one.
How many points did my healing take last time?
If I don't say anything, it's usually just one.
Okay. Did anybody get hurt in this last round? Like significantly?
No, not
So
really.
I got hurt once. By badass me, got hurt once by 1
Okay.
point.
Oh,
Oh, thanks for the sub,
I now
Kev.
have, I now have this path that I'm maintaining, and this kind of you haven't been taking the shield into account,
Yes, I have.
have you? Okay. So and the shield, and I'm trying to watch Badass in case he goes rogue on us, and I need to shut him down. I'm trying to continue to retreat, especially now like Jenkins has escaped my grasp and apparently hurt himself. So, I'm booking it as much as I can, trying to keep an eye out for this dude, and I think that's pretty much all I can do this turn, unless I want to try to heal Badass some more.
No.
I mean, I get like a bonus movement, right? Because of my
Right,
armor.
yeah. You can move
You got the stupid
really
shoes on.
fast.
Yeah.
You can probably make it almost all the way there if you're taking your turn to run.
Do I
Really?
know what my overclocks do? I can't remember if I've used them since.
You
I
have
think I
used
used
your
one of them in the
overclock
finale.
for your armor.
And that boosts my physical ability, right?
That boosts your power
Or
in
every-
general, yeah.
Okay. And then, but I also have a overclock for Leith.
Correct.
I have no idea what it does.
That is correct.
It could be useful here.
You don't know.
It could kill us all.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna book it for the door.
Okay. You start running towards the door. Son of a bitch. Okay, great. Okay. You start running towards the door. And you run past a little girl that's sprinting the opposite direction.
Ooh.
You guys just go right past one another. And you see Annika running up behind her. You're getting close to Annika.
Sylvia?
Yeah, you see Sylvia. You're running up towards Sylvia. Cool. So, Lyra, seeing that nothing else is that way, turns on a dime, just and zips back and passes you again, Annika.
Okay.
And heads back towards the door and passes right by Sylvia, lands on the ground, right in front of the door. And let's do this. This is going to be fun. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, that's fine. And she like puts a hand on what's his face? Jenkins' shoulder, and just waits. You see this little girl just running through. By the way, you guys are in the vacuum of space right now. There's no oxygen in
That's
here.
right.
Lyra has no suit on. She is wearing rags.
Oh,
I mean,
I didn't
she's kind
realize
of like
that.
Sly.
Yeah. That's
It's
fine.
not really abnormal at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even think about
Totally
it. You
fine.
just stepped out into
Little
space,
girl in
and
space.
she's
We're
just
good.
fine with it. She seems cool. Yeah. So she stops right there on a dime and just waits. Sly. Oh, Sylvia, if you want to do anything. Like turn around and run back again.
sure.
Cool. So
Following my daughter.
yeah, you're like, oh shit,
She's leading
and
the
so
way
you
like
start
a
running back. It's pretty easy because it was only one turn of movement, so you just run back and you're already back with her.
Okay.
And you're like, and she's just sitting there and she's looking up ahead, out into the darkness, with her little green eyes and freckles on her face. She's got a really stern, pouty look on her face. She's like glaring out into the darkness.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Jenkins sort of like stands up and he's like, fuck, the wall. It hurts real bad. Y'all know running into walls and stuff when you're on this and you're all blue. Blue. And he just mumbles for his entire turn.
Might need to check him for a concussion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the Fern's turn.
Bernie.
Um,
Bernie.
Sylvia. Oh, never mind. I'll say that for later. Don't worry about it. But you can just you can feel the fern is like ready for fighting. Like it's just like
okay.
it's like I got this, guys. So,
Wait. Can I ask the fern if it has a name?
sure.
Do I have to roll again to do that?
No, you can just ask it.
Okay.
Master calls me Fernie.
No. I wanna see if it identifies with the name that Sly gave it, or if it has its own name. Like, have you guys
Yes.
ever seen freaking Doctor Who? There was an episode where there was a baby, and the doctor was like, his name is freaking Dark Lord of All or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what he called himself.
His name was like Megageddon or something.
Stormageddon.
Stormageddon, that's the thing.
Stormageddon, Dark Lord of All.
It's Dark Lord of All. And at the end of the episode, he's like, no, he likes your name now because you're his dad.
Aw.
Yeah, it was great. Okay, yeah, so you go to be like, hey, what's your name? And he's like, my name is the pirate legend, Kevber.
We all should have seen that coming.
You ruined my fern, Kev. Now Kev thinks he's a pirate lord.
Technically, I don't have to tell you, or we could fashion out like some little eye patch for it.
Yeah, it's still just a fucking fern, but it's gained sentience and it thinks it's a
But
pirate.
with dreams of sailing the high seas.
No, the space. He's a space pirate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I will take all of your women.
I just nodded it again. Continue.
Take all of your women. I am.
I mean, that's kind of what we are. We're space pirates, sort of.
That's my goal for you guys is to become space pirates.
I mean, we commandeered the ship with permission, though.
True
Well,
that. True
this
that.
one,
True that. True that.
But,
True
you
that.
know, if we
Uh,
run into one of the other,
Okay, so out of the darkness, once again, at incredible speed, you see this thing fly towards you. And then Lyra holds her hand up, and he stops right in front of her hand, just hands ready to go. And Lyra's just like, and he flies back against the wall on the opposite side.
no, like a whole mile away.
Yeah, half mile, yeah.
Okay. Well.
So that takes care of his turn. Leo,
My turn. You skipped my turn. Where's my turn?
you're inside of his brain. Oh, okay. Well, we can do that. We'll get back to that. Okay, so
He's also still being tortured.
Right,
in
so
Badass's body.
the water is, and it's starting to get really annoying.
Am I strapped down in the chair too, or what?
You're not strapped down. You're just sitting in the chair.
Just like,
Letting water hit me.
Yep.
Okay, well, since I am mind linked with Rorik, and Rorik's probably like, wait, 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 I give him vision through my eyes.
You can't.
And... Okay. Well, then.
You don't feel a connection to anything. You just see the person sitting in front of you.
All
This
right, well,
old,
then,
haggard little dwarf.
Then I'll stand up and.
You can't. For some reason, you can't get out of the chair. As the water hits you, you realize you're trapped with him.
Yeah, I can't just like move my head a little.
No, if you move your head, the water continues to drip on your head.
Okay. Okay.
I did not expect you to go inside of him. That's like...
Okay. Do I have any mental powers still?
Do you have any mental powers?
Like my psionics, so I still have my
You can
psionics.
try. You can try to do something.
it'll fail.
Probably.
What are you trying to do?
Well, just see where his brain is, like where his consciousness is. Even though I know he's like just doled out, like if he's actually thinking anything anymore.
You can just sort of see like a small little glimmer of light somewhere in the back of his cerebral cortex. Just this little blip. that is what is left of his fighting spirit.
Well, I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Leo.
How far have I made it back, or how far away am I? Some of it's been moving, but not. We're spending the whole time turn running.
Yeah, you still got like a quarter of a mile to go. Like you're running at pretty high speed because again your armor boosts your physique.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a ways to go. Like you're just like.
I kind of want to try and like, because you were saying it'd be easier for me to just stop time than stopping like an individual in time.
That's correct.
Generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do that so that I can get the rest of the distance, or as much of it as I can, without having to spend the actual time moving from point A to point B.
Gotcha. Okay, go for it.
Alright, so this one's physical, so it's basically the exact same roll I just did. Second. Not gonna let me do that. Alright. So, I need to just like print out the numbers so I can stop scrolling up and down for these.
Right. Yeah, Sylvia's full health. She ain't been hit. She just got here.
26.
26. Let's see how long that'll buy you. That'll give you the equivalent of 2 rounds. Of
Alright, so that should get me
time
most of
stop.
the way.
Okay. So you stop time. Everybody around you freezes in place.
Can I take a quick look around and see if I can see him just like hovering off in the distance?
Oh, you can see that he's still planted against the wall on the opposite side.
They're like, throw my spear while I keep running.
All right, so you throw the spear. The second it leaves your hand, it stops.
Okay. Science.
Fair enough.
Before, like as soon as I like go up to see that, it's like, oh, grab it, keep running.
Okay, you throw it and you go, and you just keep running. Yeah.
That's mine. That's I'm just gonna try and get all the way to where.
Oh,
everyone else
easy,
is clustered at the door.
easy,
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, you get to the other side of the door. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Just kind of look around and everybody's just like right at the door, like, oh, this is
Yeah.
unique. Like,
Cool. So you're sitting at the other side of the door. Next to Sly, for half a second, you see a shimmer. Just wobbling in and out of existence. It's the shape of what looks like a young woman. And then it's gone.
Did you? Oh wait, no, you probably didn't.
You're saying to like nothing. Everybody's
No, to
time
like
stops.
the other people around it. Yeah.
Yeah,
just,
right.
Like, whoever's standing there, just like, did you? Oh, right. No, you're. Never mind.
Bernie responds. I saw it all.
Yes.
And then I'll just wait for it, like I'll just let it go, you know.
The
so that I'm
pirate
back.
legend Kevber sees all.
So I get back to normal time with everybody else.
Yeah, and you guys look, and he's standing right next to you. So the only person still out there is Badass McGee. So, you guys are all at the door. What do you want to do? Annika?
Well, we need to make sure it's sealed or something, like this thing can't get into the rest of the ship. But we also need to kill it or neutralize it some way. So I think this whole time she's running, Annika's just still on the comms, like trying to get Caldwell. And Hex, like, you know, we need some kind of task force or something, some kind of plan here to root this thing out and find out if there's more of them, because they do pose a very real threat, and we need to make sure
Right.
this is cordoned off.
So yeah, just because it's only been a couple seconds with the rest of that's going on, you do hear Caldwell say, "Explain the situation to me precisely." And you can say whatever you think you could say in like 6 seconds.
Explain it to him precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
In 6 seconds.
PowerPoint.
There's a infected dwarf loose in that unmapped area, and it is fast as fuck.
He doesn't respond because he doesn't have time. Okay. So you guys are just standing by the door.
Well, so everyone's here. Can like
Everybody's there except Sly.
and okay, and Jenkins is a bit loopy, but otherwise fine. Does he need any attention
No,
right now?
he seems fine.
Okay.
He's got a crack in his visor. That's about it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stand there with Lyra, I guess, and just kind of survey what's going on inside and like be ready for badass freaking out or the monster coming back or something, and just kind of act as like a vanguard, I guess, with my shield thing still up.
Okay.
Defensive stance.
Yeah.
Lyra is sitting there, and you see, still touching Jenkins' shoulder, she just goes, and she points, and you see the wall break behind the body.
Like she's smashing it into the wall.
It just breaks, and you see it go and disappear through the wall.
Through the wall. Okay. Uh-huh.
Badass McGee then runs and jumps through the hole. That'll end our combat rounds. What would you guys like to do?
Did we just poke a hole in the ship?
Just poked a hole in another dimension.
So, yeah, I'm gonna kind of kneel down beside Lyra and, keep a wary eye to the cavern. But, did you destroy that thing?
No.
Can you? Can you sense it somehow? Do you know where it is?
No.
Can you fix it?
She just looks unsure.
Well, thank you. It was really kicking our asses in there. Is everyone all right?
She taps Jenkins on the shoulder and says, "Help."
Yeah. So I'll go over to
Jenkins is like,
and-
"There's a tiny little hand keeps touching me. Why is there so many colors?"
Pills, Jenkins, you're high.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of time to come down from this, but like I'll just do a basic check of him, like his vitals and stuff, and make sure he's reacting okay. And, Gagnor.
His vitals? He's fine. He's
Yeah.
high.
So, yeah. Jenkins, I think we need to get you somewhere safe and somewhere quiet where you can relax for a bit. And you need to not tell anybody about what you're going through right now.
You know what, Doc? You're really pretty.
Sure. Why don't you come with me and we'll get you settled in?
Like a date.
No. Exactly not like a date.
Right.
Kind of like a date.
He looks back at Leo and he just goes lazily.
Then,
Annika-
behind her, I'm gonna give him just the leg glance.
Yeah, you go, brother.
I'm probably used to being hit on by my patients sometimes, so it's fine. So I want to just escort him off and until either somebody that knows Colin.
Yeah, Caldwell comes back on the thing and he says, We have a group headed in your direction, but you know they're not really strong enough to take on anything that you can't handle.
We don't need to worry about fighting it right this moment. It's more a question of just support for...
We don't know where it is.
We lost one of the men in there. Jenkins is in a situation that somebody in our group needs to handle, and the rest of us will figure out what to do about this thing, but we need to make sure that this section of the ship is secure.
Right, well... Oh, sorry, that was Jenkins. He's like, very well, we'll send someone there to try to repair it as soon as humanly possible. Maybe we can set up some sort of barricade. If this thing was trapped in there before, then we can certainly trap it there again.
Hey, Jenkins. Hey, Jenkins. I'm gonna like grab him for a second.
What'd I do?
Was that other guy important?
Nah.
No? Okay, good to know. I'm just kind of tapping him on his back and kind of send him on his way.
Just random henchmen.
So on the comms with Caldwell, I'll be like, Jenkins may have been exposed to the
May
substance.
may
If I
have
may
eaten like
have-
8 pills.
He ate like 4 pills.
8.
Duly noted.
it's-
Well, let's get him someplace private so we can
I'm working on it.
keep an eye on that. So, do what you can to barricade it for now, and we'll be there soon.
Roger that. I'm gonna continue to escort Jenkins. I don't really want to take him to my room, but I also want to take him somewhere where like nobody would look for him. And I feel like that's my best option unless I have something in the med bay. Like, do we have another private room like Max, I assume, is in?
I mean, that's just mostly curtain drawn stuff,
Okay.
separating everybody in there.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take him to my room for lack of anything else to do, and like leave, the other guys with like, y'all work on whatever the fuck is going on here.
Okay. Is anybody else doing anything to try to barricade the place or anything like that, or?
Quick question. Where's that like hole? Like, is it a hole like into the rest of the ship, or is it like a hole into like dimensional door type hole? Where the bulkhead like buckled.
What?
Or whatever,
Oh,
right?
it's just a hole.
Where? Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I'm
just
gonna kind of just watch it while everyone else works their way back into the behind the bulkhead or whatever, that door we opened.
Yeah.
And then if no one else does it, I'm gonna actually pick up the plant and step through the door also, and then try and shut the door.
Yeah, okay. So easy enough. Pick up the plant, step through the door, shut the door, leaving Sly and his body on the other side.
Because they went through the hole.
Yes. And with that, I need a break. And we're back. Thanks for hanging out, guys. If you left, fuck you. If you stayed, hey, guys.
Thanks for the follows and the cheers and stuff.
Yeah,
we
thanks for
really
the follows,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Oh, your
Yeah.
screens are all frozen for me. What happened?
Uh-oh.
What'd you break?
Oh, I know what I did. I know what I did. I
Goes-
fixed it. I fixed it, guys. Don't worry. You're all just like,
Freeze frame.
it's great.
Mannequin challenge.
Okay, so for a moment, let's head back into Sly's world.
Uh-oh.
Sly, you are sitting in a chair. Across from you, there's an old dwarf, his head dented from the 50,000 years of having water dripped on it.
Okay. I'm going to... if I use, like, fire mind points, does that add anything to my roll, or do I just...
It
use
just
that?
changes the effect.
Okay. You said there's an eldritch, or like a what thing dripping? Like,
Stalactite.
does that have a mind? Does that have
That is a rock that hangs from the ceiling.
You're a rock that hangs from the... Okay. And we're just in a room, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, well, first, I
It's
guess
just like
I'll
a
try
cavern, like a cave, but you can't see
First, I'll try and find if there's any other mental thing I can link up with or anything
Nope.
in the area.
You can find nothing else within the area. But when you try to sense out, you feel it just bounce back at you. As if like any mental energy that tries to pass outside the cavern walls is just locked inside.
Alright. So I can't. Can I sense like what is stopping me from D&D questions? Does this rock have a mind?
No.
You don't know in this game.
So I try and move, and you obviously say I can't. So
Go ahead and make a willpower check now that I've told you can't. So this would be a willpower and discipline.
Yeah. Neat.
No, you can't move.
Do I get a sense of what, if it's a mental thing, if it's a restraint I can't see, like...
It seems more like... You make an intelligence check.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is that just double intelligence?
No, it's just intelligence plus, like, knowledge or intuition or a myriad of other things that could apply.
Well, I actually have knowledge.
You know nothing, Sly.
8.
You know nothing, Sly.
You don't really understand what's happening here at all. Like, you know that you entered him, but you don't know where you are at all. This is very confusing to you.
Alright, I'm looking around. Is it just a completely empty room with me and him strapped in chair?
It's not a room. It's a cavern. So
Okay.
it's rock, and it's moist and damp, and the water driplets falling from the ceiling. It's pretty much all that's going on in here. And you can just see again just this dull expression on his face.
Well, of course I continue to try and like talk to him.
Okay.
Just saying like, "Yo, hey," and I'm saying like that friend phrase again. Whatever.
And just keep saying that over and over
Alright.
again. And after a little bit, he sort of looks up at you, his eyes like unsteady. Can't really focus.
I'm like, shh. Right here, buddy. Woo! Yoo-hoo!
And he starts to like open his mouth to speak, but nothing comes.
And you said I couldn't mind link with him?
You tried to like sense his mind already.
Well, this time I'm gonna try and connect with his mind, whatever is there.
So is this mindception?
This is
Right? I'm in the
mindception.
mind of the mind.
He's literally incepting this guy right now.
What the?
What that'll get you is you can now understand what you're saying.
You can just understand me? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with Rorik. You know Rorik? You know, small burly fella. Rorik, missing leg.
Rorik.
Yeah, there you go. He speaks.
Rorik.
Yeah, Rorik, friend. He's good dude. We're here on the ship. Ship.
He's just
Nobles. Fighting nobles. Evil, dark, noble.
you see his hand twitch as you keep saying
Bastards.
nobles over and over again. His hands just start twitching.
Noble.
I love how Sly just winds up being our ambassador by default because he can get into people's heads, but like
He's the
Sly.
worst one for it.
Yeah, right. So this will go on for a while. But as you keep saying, no one, he just twitches every now and again, and his eyes sort of sink back down.
No. Get back.
So. Okay. Your body takes 6 wounds.
My body takes 6.
Yeah, your body takes 6 wounds.
Oh, is he still fighting?
Yeah, your body's still fighting this guy.
Alright.
Oh
no.
You broke it. So. You take Jenkins back to the room. The rest of you, the team arrives of engineers, and they start building up, with the scrap metal that you guys have saved up, a barricade around the door. One that is easily removable, but strong. So, what would you all like to do?
I need to go find a map.
A map?
Of the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you're saying that to anybody, if you're just...
No, like saying it, and then I'm just gonna start looking around because I know the word for map in Dwarvish, so I'm just gonna start looking around for like a thing that says, map.
Oh, make a perception check?
And that's gonna be what, my alertness plus what?
Investigation?
I got intuition for a perception, but I don't think that quite qualifies.
No, not in this case.
So, boom. 7.
You do not find a map. You find a bunch of junk. And a bunch of what look like weird ancient power tools.
Just a second. Sorry. An 8. Not much better.
Yeah, nope. You don't find a map.
Alright. Well, yeah. Caldwell, I need your map. Like, presently.
He's there, standing there, and he's like, it's back on the bridge. So that's quite a hike.
Okay.
I would have taken pictures, but I got called away.
Well, it went through a wall, and I'm just gonna point in the direction, like, that the hole's in, but it went through that wall on the other side of that room. I don't remember what's on the other side of that room.
Well, if that was the direction we were heading, then probably the biome. Where's Sly?
I'm just gonna point.
Wonderful. Well, I guess that'll put everybody else's mind at ease, but I'd like to locate it and then possibly help him as soon as possible.
I mean, we can go, but there's no way across. There's like a bridge halfway.
Well, I'm sure we'll find something out, given our abilities. In the meantime, Hex, he calls out behind him, and Hex comes up. He's like, yeah, I'm leaving this to you. Set up a perimeter with your men. Do what we can to monitor the area and make sure it doesn't come back through this wall. I was going to do it whether you said so or not. So he sets up, posts up, see everybody else there, Collins, all the soldiers, engineers continue working, barricading as much as they can on the wall. And you guys are free to do what you want, but Sly will continue to take damage because he is continuing to fight.
I mean, I'll go with Caldwell and go back in. Just tell everyone, like, we're gonna go try and follow it and Sly.
Okay.
Yeah, Annika responds back like, I'll be there as soon as I make sure Jenkins is out of sight.
Okay. You have Jenkins back in your room after a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit him down and be like, I'm gonna send someone to watch over you, but I need you to stay here until Team Success gets back, and we can talk to you when you come down and you start feeling normal again.
That's fine with me. I'll just take a nap as long as I'm not gonna get killed by no scary little evil Rurik thing.
Nah, we're gonna take care of that. You're safe here. Just relax. Don't break anything or leave, or I'm gonna send someone we trust to just kind of be here if you need anything. But you do understand like how serious this is, that you have these abilities now.
I really have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
This guy's on the council.
But he was the one frozen when the powers were demonstrated.
He's also high.
Yeah, so yeah. Okay. And I'll just like, see him settled on the bed and, make sure he's comfortable and whatever. And then I'm gonna, do I have like my own like comms channel with like my med people or anything, or some way to contact them?
Make a D100 roll. Just something random. We'll randomize it.
Channel 62.
It is on channel 62, sure. Yeah, you have one.
So I'll switch over to that and be like, oh my gosh, what is her name? Hilda?
Sure. It's Hilda.
Hilda. I'll ask her if she can, what she's doing.
And you hear like muffled on the thing, and she's like, nothing.
If you're, I don't, time has gotten away from me. I don't know if you're on shift right now, but I could use either you or Milo if you're not available at my room. ASAP.
Yeah, sure, we can. Shh. We'll be there. We'll be there soon.
I just need one of you.
Sure. Okay. So, Sylvia, what are you and Lyra doing?
That's a good question. I'm gonna stare at Lyra.
You're staring at her?
I guess so.
You stare at her and she's like,
I wanna see what she
Mom?
wants to do.
Mom, you're looking at me
not
funny.
in a weird way. I'm not staring at her, but like, just like letting her take initiative of what we do.
I'm staring at her, but not staring at her.
Well, she just like looks around at all the people. Rurik is sitting there like arguing with people, and he's getting ready to go.
I raise
with,
my eyebrow at her. Is that better?
He's like, and she just like raises her eyebrow back, and she's like, "Mom, I'm gonna go get some coals off the stove. I'll be right back, guys."
Okay.
Discuss.
We just have an eyebrow off.
Sly's gonna die.
Sly's gonna die. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll try to get there ASAP. I got a civilian on my hands, so that's Annika's number one priority is take care of the
He's
civilians.
only kinda civilian,
Well, he's an idiot.
He's an engineer.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
All right. So, what I miss?
Nothing.
Okay.
Dead silence.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Okay. So, you guys, Lyra doesn't seem to have any plans. She did her
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
She's just kind of sitting there, like, not sure what to do. Leo's still holding a fern.
Okay.
No, before I go through with Caldwell, I'm gonna set that down. Just
Oh,
out
okay.
there.
Okay, then Lyra goes and picks up the fern.
Okay.
And
I
it's
want to
just,
talk to the fern.
and it's just holding the fern. You're talking to the fern?
Yep.
All right.
I'm just gonna be like, so where did you come from?
I was born here. On this ship. My ship.
I
Pirate
cool.
fern.
And Sly is your master?
Master Sly takes care of me.
Ah.
He keeps my leaves happy.
Oh.
And soon I shall be a great pirate.
He seems like he's doing a great job raising you up here.
Arg.
What
He's never had a real pirate.
Where'd the pirate thing come from? Like, where'd you get the idea? What made you want to do that?
I am a pirate. Arg. He's still a plant, guys.
I know. I wanted to see how far it would go. Okay, well, that's when I just like nod and be like, okay.
Lyra sits there for a minute and she's just like, and
No.
she goes over and she picks up some junk off the ground,
Mhm.
and she comes back and she like makes a little hat, little pirate hat, and she puts it on top.
I thought it was so cute.
It's just like a little, it just looks like a little tinfoil hat, just like sitting on top of its head.
Oh, my heart.
And she looks at it like not sure because she doesn't know what pirates are either, and she's like, "Mom."
How good does it look?
It's pretty shitty.
Can I do something to fix it? To make it better?
Make me a intelligence and
Flies over there
craftsmanship
getting killed. I
check.
gotta make the hat
Yeah, I
better.
know, right?
Wait. Intelligence and what?
Let's get
Craftsmanship.
this fern going.
Artist-
What the
Artisans.
fuck is that?
Craftsmanship. It's a skill category. It's probably not in your shape. It's actually
Artistry,
artistry. There's artistry, if you have any artistry, and then it would be like,
I
yeah.
don't see artistry. Does that mean I have 0?
yes, that means you
Oh.
have 0.
Okay, so just intelligence then?
Yep.
This is gonna be a really shitty hat. Okay.
12? Yeah. Okay. So you're like, and you sort of help her out and make it into a little bicorn hat. So now there's just a plant sitting there with little floating there to everybody's
I
eyes.
wanna look at it with her and just like lean on my hand a little bit, like you know the pose, and just be like, "It's beautiful, hon."
Yeah, right.
My life is complete now. That's it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how you spent your time. Leo
Yep.
and Caldwell and Rurik. Rurik shows up and he's like, "If you're going in there, then I'm going as well. If there's one of my kin on the other side of that, I'll be there. So the rest of you don't just end his life without giving him a chance to come back."
Would you consider Sly like my kin?
In a sorts, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, in a sort, it's your kin.
So, the question is, do you want to wait for Annika and go back in as a group, or what do you guys want to do? Like, you can do whatever you want. I have no plans for this.
They had no plans for Sly.
Your
being
body takes
kidnapped
one wound.
by the body snatchers.
Said 4 wounds.
1.
I'm just gonna think. Wait or go. You gonna catch up? Wait, what am I talking about? You're gonna catch up. We're going.
Okay.
Okay. Who's going?
I would say Caldwell, Rourke, and myself, since we're right there.
Sylvia, you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sylvia will go. Which means she's probably taking Lyra,
Yep.
because Lyra's tougher than all of you.
Duty's
Yep.
capable.
So you guys step through the door. You leave the plant.
I thought Lyra was carrying the plant.
Well,
I mean, Sly did tell it to guard the door.
Wait.
Lyra doesn't
Did
know
it
what to do.
respond when we gave it a hat?
if you were peering in, it would have been like,
Shiver me to
nice. Just you put the hat on. It's like nice.
I'm glad I could make it happy.
Yikes.
Okay. So. We wasted a lot of time on a fern this episode.
Yep.
So, you guys step through the threshold. They open the barricade and let you pass. You're back looking at this expanse. There's no bridge anymore. There's just a hole on the opposite side, very, very far away.
I'm gonna just reach down and like pat where the bridge was to see if there's any sort of like
No, it just goes. Your hands go
invisible.
straight through.
It's just gone.
Caldwell just looks
Okay,
at the rest of you, and he looks back at the door, waits till it's shut. He's like, I imagine Annika can make it here on her own, correct?
I hope so.
Fantastic.
Should probably jump it.
And he just holds a hand out, and you all lift up off the ground, and he gestures forward, and you all fly across. Because if you remember...
Yeah.
I remember.
He's got telekinetic powers. So he zips you guys across to the other side effortlessly, and you approach the hole and enter through the hole. Looking inside, you see a vast darkness. This entire area of the ship is much like the rest of the excavation sites where you've tried to make headway, just filled with wreckage, which now you can assume probably didn't just come from time, but from something that happened here. The area around you looks like a very large observation deck, twisting around for miles. You can't even see the end of it, but you can see glass, and on the inside you just see a little green spark floating off in the distance inside of this massive glass dome. Ahead of you there's a console that is lit up. And in the distance you can hear the sounds of combat.
Rorik, it's guidance, you know.
Right, well, they're fighting that way, so let's go there.
Can we not turn the lights on or something?
The lights? Right? Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna just gesture to like the lit up console, like.
Well, yeah, obviously there's power there, but that's for controlling the biome. I don't know it controls the observation deck. It's, you know, circuitry stuff. You know, I don't do any of that.
I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you know, you can't expect me to know everything that went on in a massive ship like this when I was a warrior back in with my race, you know?
Why not?
Just fuck you, Leo.
I mean...
Right, well, I'm going to go find my kid. And he just jets off in that direction.
The next thing I'm like gonna be saying to him is just asking what his name is, like over and over. Like, name, what is your name? Tell me your name. What's your name, buddy? That's
And he goes back to staring down.
No. Oh, no.
Make me a conversation check. So willpower and conversation. So persuasion.
Oh man, I actually
influence.
have that one.
Conversation.
I don't have that. So just willpower?
Just willpower.
Ugh.
It would be influence also if you have.
If you have interrogation, you can do that as well.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
13's not bad actually. He's like, give me your name. And after a time of him just being confused, he's like, oh, Alden.
Alden.
Hey, Inkafoot.
Alden.
And he sort of perks up and his eyes clear a little bit. He's like, Alden Yankafoot.
Alden Yankafoot. All right. How long you been here? All day?
Stares at the ground.
God damn.
Drip, 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 drip on your head as this continues.
Alright. I guess I'm done right now.
Okay. Annika, you arrive at the edge of the thing because you're fast as hell. And
Okay.
they open it, let you inside.
Well, I wanted to. Well, shit.
What? You can do something else if you want.
Well, I was gonna if whoever showed up to check on Jenkins.
I mean, they're sure. For the sake of brevity, they get there. They're like, oh, don't worry, we'll take care of it, money. It's cool.
Well, okay. Because I'm pretty injured still, so I was gonna try to take care of that a little bit before I joined up with them. Either try to find some more pills somewhere and speed things along, or maybe just have
Okay. Where would
do some
you
superficial
like to
stuff.
go look for pills?
Sylvia's lab probably.
Okay. So you sort of run through and you're like, it occurs to you that you're not 100% sure where her lab is. But you can go ahead and make a
We
navigation
spent
check
like
to
3
try
months
to
learning
find it.
from each other.
She wouldn't know, I think.
Well, you hit it like in the most.
Or have like an
Not from
educated.
her. I would have been like.
No,
hey,
I'm just saying, like,
some
it's.
locals.
That's why she's making a navigation intelligence check, because it's. You hit it around all the crooks and turns, and like it's in the back of the place.
I mean, I'm not gonna waste too much time on it if I really
You're
don't
so
know where
fast,
it is.
it's fine.
I know, but
So if you fail the navigation check, you won't go looking. If you succeed, you can find it.
I do have navigation though. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like it's.
That's a garbage
I
roll.
don't remember where it is.
Yeah, so I'll just run after them.
Okay. So yeah, you're standing at the edge of the abyss, looking across at the hole half a mile away.
I'll try to do the same thing I did last time.
Okay. Make the roll.
Oops.
Easy. Yeah. Okay. So you'll catch up within a round.
Yeah, I just run
Yep.
on nothing.
So, inside, Rook's taken off towards the combat direction. Would you like to follow, or you want to deal with the console? What are you doing?
Who are you asking?
The rest of them.
Okay.
Caldwell, you get this thing?
Yes, if you don't need me for... Yeah, you don't need me. Oh, yes, I'll take care of that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going, and I'm gonna start tracing out after Rourke.
Okay. Sylvia?
Put up my fists.
You put up your fists.
Metaphorically speaking.
Okay, you're gonna chase after them.
And Dex Caldwell.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys all run after that. You run around the bend, and you can see like the echoing, or hear the echoing sounds of combat getting louder and louder as you run around this massive sphere. When you finally find where they're fighting, there's a concussive blast as their fists meet with one another. It's like some crazy Dragon Ball Z shit. Like they're moving so fast. And it just sort of like the concussion of it hitting sort of like shakes the room and sort of like makes wind, like air just against you.
Okay, Lyra.
She's just running by you and she's like, Mom?
I didn't actually say that.
Oh, you didn't?
No. They look very OP and spoopy. And she's OP, so she can fight the spoopy.
Okay, so as she gets there and she looks at you and you look like concerned, she's just like, and she just leaps forward.
Did I say I looked concerned? No, internally I'm thinking my daughter can take them.
Yeah, no, but you're like, you look at the combat and it doesn't look like something you want to deal with. Like, you're like, I don't want to jump into this fray. And she sees that, and so she just leaps in. And then you see this little girl, and then she runs up and she punches and she hits Sly in the face. Your body takes 7 wounds.
Why me?
Maybe she knows it's not you.
And you see Sly's body just go and just like skid against the ground and land against the wall. And then she like spins around in the air and she kicks the dwarf in the head. Alright.
Okay.
We can all just retire.
Yeah, she can take care of everything. And then she just lands there on the ground. And she
My
just
pistol will be at the ready.
and then she just sits there on the ground and she's like and then after half a second you see the dwarf fly back towards her and pummel her in the face.
Can I shoot him since I was already at the ready?
You can take a shot at him, but
Okay.
he still hits her directly in the face, and you see this little girl fucking fly across the room.
Okay. Shooting him is all I can do.
Yeah, shoot
I
him.
don't remember how I do.
Yeah, but it's like this. You see, she interrupts the fight, punches Sly, kicks the other one, and she lands on the ground. And she's just like, she looks like tired from just that one exertion. And then suddenly, you see this thing rush back and then stop on a dime and just, and just he hit the fuck out of this kid.
How shoot?
Now shoot, it's agility and your gun skill.
Okay.
How many wounds does she take?
Your diamond skin.
You have no idea.
Roll a 25.
All right. Passive agility is 17 plus 17. Nope.
Can I
That's
use an illusion point?
I mean, you can when firing, but you're still missing him.
Oh, okay.
So
Rip.
he rolled a 34. 34.
Never
Very
mind.
fast. You might have to get clever, guys. Not everything is just about firing your gun.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and do initiative. Once again. God dang. Also, inside of your little mind prison, uh, 33. We got two 33s.
Mm-hmm.
Annika, yours didn't roll.
Yeah, I forgot to type roll.
So we got 33, 33, 15. $35. Way to go, Rurik. Oh snap! Rurik goes first. Schneider, roll initiative for your guy. You can control him during the combat.
Roll it out. Alright, let's see here.
Out of your guys' comms, you all hear except Sly. We need to choose a biome. If we choose correctly, we might be able to have an advantage. Load this thing inside.
Choices?
Anything? Oh, alright.
Man, I thought I had like this really good roll, and then you get a 35, another 33, and a 34. I'm like, never mind.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go at the same time. Lyra, Leo, and Annika. Okay. He says pretty much anything. But first things first, Rurik, after seeing the kid get punched, runs up and slams the shit out of his kid. Or tries to. Very poorly. Ooh, that's bad. That's also bad. That's it. Wow. Oh, Rurik. Oh, Rurik.
Such a disappointment.
Rurik, he rolled a 1, a 3, a 1, and a 1. So he runs and he punches him, and his fist collides at the side of his face, and you see his hand lights on fire. And as it hits, thinking, oh, I'll just burn this thing off of him, there's no effect whatsoever. And then just crooks its face back towards him. Sly, inside the mind, its eyes perk up and it goes, Rurik. No.
Yeah, Rorik, yeah. What, is he here? Is Rorik here? You see Rorik?
He moves his head and the dripping still continues. And you see his head sort of pulse a little bit and he's like, Rurik.
Yeah.
And he starts thrashing in his chair.
That guy owes me money.
Wait, that's not a good response. No, Rorik, friend. You, friend. Yanko foot. Oh, friend.
He's just thrashing in his chair. Yankafoot and Sly, you guys are going to go at the same time. So, what do you want to do? Oh, wow.
So, have I a sense that this thing is absolutely just as strong as me or stronger than me? Because we're essentially the same thing, right?
Remember, you just got decked by a little girl,
Oh.
Yeah.
too. And you're badass right now, technically.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Badass would know if it's as strong as him or not.
You just had a little girl deck you who seems to be stronger.
I don't care about the girl.
This thing returns in kind and slaps the living shit out of, oh god, that's so much. He, turns around and you see his, like, hands sort of stretch and he just slaps the shit out of Rurik, and Rurik flies against the wall and you see blood trickling from his head.
Well, shit. These things don't take stun damage, you know? You can't knock them out, knock them unconscious.
If you're intending to do stun, you can try, yeah. If you're intending to do just, like, non-lethal.
Yeah, just knock it out. Just like a punch or, like, use the blade, the hilt of the blade.
I mean, it would just do the same as damage, but I'll just apply it as stun instead.
Alright, so I'm double attacking as that.
Okay. You see it slap the shit out of Rurik at the same time you attack it. It can only do basic dodge on you. Whew, still so good.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you miss.
Yeah, next attack. There we go.
Yeah, you hit well.
Alright, what would be punch damage?
I figure you thought you were using the back of the blade if you're attacking.
Oh yeah, back of the blade of the sword.
Yeah, so using the back of the blade, just do your sword.
3d12.
Yeah. 25, that's gonna put you at. And he does not have stun soak, so you just did 30 points of stun.
Num num num.
Or 40 points of stun. Sorry.
Num num num.
Okay. So. Hey.
Do I, inside the brain, do I notice anything going like, woo?
Yeah, the whole thing, like the cave shudders as the impact lands.
Okay.
So, that's going to put us at Sylvia and Lyra.
I don't really know what to do.
Well, you don't always have to shoot. You can do whatever.
Try your empathy or plane walking.
I don't really have experience with plane walking.
No,
did it
just the once.
Accidentally.
But
Yeah.
somebody did just punch the shit out of your daughter. So,
Yeah, so I'm gonna go run over to my daughter and make sure that she's okay.
you get over to her and she's just looking up at you and she's just got this look on her face like, what?
That was weird.
Are you
like-
okay?
Mom? She starts to like sniff a little bit. And you see a little teardrop start coming down the side of her face.
I'm gonna pick
Actions
her up.
have
I'm
consequences.
gonna pick her up.
And she starts crying in your arms softly.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay. Her picked up. I'm gonna like back up so I'm not like immediately in the crossfire and try to be thinking about like, I don't know, can I, 'cause... Does Sly look like Sly?
Yeah, Sly looks like a big
I'm
monster
hulked
version of
out,
Sly.
Yeah, I'm hulked out Sly.
He's
You've
like
seen
got spikes rising out of his body and he's like burning with like green fire in his eyes. He looks like a monster. He looks like a noble, but
Yeah, okay. And he's not like in control of himself?
no, Badass McGee's in control of him right
So-
now. But he also likes fighting and he knows that he's just gonna get on the shit list with Sly if he kills his compatriots. So he's pretty much
Behaving.
simpatico with you guys right now.
Yeah.
Can I use my empathy on Dwarf Dude?
You could try. What do you want to do? Are you gonna try to like get a read on him, or are you gonna do empathic overload?
If he's controlled, I guess empathic overload would be smarter. I don't fucking know. Okay, I'm gonna do empathic overload. I'm gonna try to calm him down or some shit.
Okay. I mean, she's just sort of softly crying in your eyes. And you're not in your eyes, in your arms.
Can I empathically overload to calm both of them down?
And you can try, but if you're gonna try to do both of them, it's actually gonna be more like an area of
I'll
effect.
just do him.
Yeah.
She'll calm down on her own. She's fine. I'm holding her. Okay. Intelligence, willpower, and psionic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
22. Yeah. So you try to what's the emotion that you're trying to do
To calm him down.
to calm him down? So you try to, send calm vibes at him, like, and you can like feel like it sort of like start to get into his mind, and then it reverbs back at you, and you find yourself just being really calm.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ah.
If only that actually helped me think of a plan.
Yeah. You're feeling super, super calm.
Okay.
So, Leo.
I'm gonna start by eating a pill.
Okay.
So I'm down to like,
20
29 in that.
Yeah, like 20
pocket.
something.
And then I'm gonna spend that PowerPoint I got earlier on activating the mantles overclock.
Activating the mantle's overclock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea what it does. So
No, yeah, no. Okay.
why not?
So you see, Leo, he's like, I don't really know how this works, so he just starts messing with the emblem itself that's on it, and it starts twisting and turning, and twisting and turning, and then suddenly, Leo's gone. Leo. You now act outside of time. For the next 3 rounds, you have complete autonomy. You can do whatever you want. You act outside of time.
All right, then I want to start by.
Here's the one big thing, though. You cannot physically attack.
Right. It's okay. I wasn't gonna physically attack anyway.
Okay.
I want to try to do 2 things. I'm gonna start by trying to either. I want to try and stop Yankofoot, just him, not everyone else.
Okay. So when I say that you act outside of time, I mean you can literally just like you don't need to take turns anymore for the next 3 rounds. You can just intercede and do whatever you want. But you're not there, but you can. Right. So okay.
But I can do stuff.
So you can make you make the roll to try to stop him.
Right. And then for being pill, it's plus what?
Plus was it?
Is it a step?
It goes 2 steps.
Yeah. 2 step.
Right, so that would be.
Yeah.
So D4 would be a D8 then. Okay. Okay.
28.
Mm-hmm.
Do resistance. That is 10.
And how many mind points do we get back when we eat a pill?
5, I think it was.
That's what I was gonna say.
He stopped.
Haha. And then I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what happened. Like while this is going on.
Yeah.
See what,
So it's
what we can
weird.
do from that.
It's a really weird sensation as you activate this. The cloak spreads out around you, and you see like basically it just becomes like a like the cloak itself just makes like this ethereal field, and you can see that you can stop time, move forward in it, rewind in it. You have full reign. Like time is not a thing for you at this moment, and so like you can see that people are frozen, but you can also see everything they're gonna do, and everything they are doing in the future, now, present, everything.
Right.
But just for 3 rounds.
Right.
Okay, so real time, it is Annika's turn.
Am I there? No, I'm all caught up.
You just reached the entrance and you see Caldwell punching numbers in, messing with the thing. And as you run in, he's like, Annika, do you want to help me here? Or do you want to go towards the fighting?
I'm probably just gonna run straight past him and go towards the fighting. But
Yeah, so he just runs right past him and he's like,
I also don't know
Right.
what he's doing there.
very well.
I also want to check back on him, like while everything else is happening. Be like, Caldwell.
Oh yeah, I mean he can't. I think he can hear you. What, like, so it's like the same time. He's like, oh
Yeah.
Leo.
Just like explain it, and then zip back so I can just like back and forth so I can get the explanation.
Oh,
and
he's
keep
like-
track of the fight.
Well, it's very interesting. It seems that much like in other circumstances, you use some sort of cerebral link to the system, and you think of a place, imagine a place, and it becomes a sustainable ecosystem. It operates completely on its own. It's hard to explain.
Got it. And then zip back over.
Okay. Rurik peels himself off the wall, and his hair.
I mean, was that my whole turn?
Yeah, it's to get to them.
Okay.
But you're sliding in as you see Rourke peel off the wall. And then he's like, that's quite enough of that, isn't it? And he slams his hand against the floor, and the metal starts peeling off the floor and forms around him as armor.
Rorik's in his own world now.
Yeah.
And he charges forward and attacks. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, he stopped. Easy target.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he gets a 1. And that's going to be Flame Fist. That's 19. That's 12. That's...
And unconsciousness is just when you have more stun and like less HP or whatever. Your stun matches your HP.
Yeah, right. And you just become completely unconscious. Oh my god, that's so high. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not right. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Sorry, this is math.
So Rorik rolled well.
And he runs in, he just like flies in and he just like clobbers him in the jaw. And you see the neck just snap around on this thing. And it's just standing there, completely time frozen, so that neck just...
Okay.
Be like, maybe not so hard next time, Rorik. You know.
And Rook's like, well, now I see I've gotten the other chin-chin, haven't I? Yeah, that's just like cheating. But yeah, that was Rurik's go. He's just sitting there. This round, he's time locked. So, Sly.
All right. Now, if you do damage, can you request to do less damage than what is shown?
No, but you can do non-lethal.
Yeah.
Inside, by the way, like everything, it feels weird, and there's like this ethereal blue fabric like flowing around the cavern.
Is it still drip, drip?
Yeah, but it's like the entire area just seems like it's just like there's like a ocean of fabric just like flooding around inside.
Is Yankerfoot still like spazzing out?
No, he's just like writhing in his chair, and he's like Rurik, just shaking the chair around like crazy.
Go back to Rick. Does he look familiar?
Yeah, right.
Oh, to Rurik, he's like,
Yeah.
Aye, he does. And I think he needs to go walloping, and he needs some of this black shit pulled right out of him.
Good enough answer.
All right. Well, I am going in to double punch this mo.
Disembodied voice of Leo just randomly talking to people like, huh?
33 to hit the first time.
You hit him. He's time stopped. So that's 33 to 1, so 32.
And 30.
Yep, so that's 29 damage.
Ooh, only 10. And 15. So 25 more.
And that's 25 plus 31. So that's a total of 66 stun.
So when he's unfrozen, he's probably unconscious.
So yeah, you just like, and his neck goes, and his body sort of like twists a little bit, and he's like frozen still. His body's just becoming like strangely mangled in a weird way, but reacting to the impact as you twist it with these impossibly hard hits, but the body doesn't move otherwise.
I also want to go like look at Sly's hooked up for him for that green glow that I noticed earlier. Like, is there any trace of it like on him, or was it something like I'm trying to identify what it was?
The green glow?
Yellow glow.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow
Oh,
glow.
yellow glow.
On the
The
what?
like little shimmer
You-
that was
like
nearby
you saw
Sly
for a second and
earlier.
it disappeared.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Right. I forgot we were in this
Forgot.
situation. Sorry. So yeah, you all this time that you're doing that, you're like walking around. Make a perception check.
Oh, my perception's never good. Alertness, perception. Does intuition count
Um,
in this case?
Sure.
Plus. So what do I get for that? Oh, nice. It's
13.
only a 13.
Okay. Somebody message Hunter, by the way. Because if he misses any of this, he's gonna be like really upset.
Oh.
Hunter.
So you do see, because it's pretty freaking easy, that in this space of outside of time with everything else that's happening, there is a young girl, probably 15 or 16, sitting in a lawn chair. Her clothes seem kind of like maybe a little bit punk rock. And she's sitting there with her hand rested on her, or her face rested on her chin, looking at Sly, just shaking her head.
So she's not stopped. She's moving.
No, she's just sitting there.
How are? Kind of look at everyone else, in the flux of everything going on. Like,
I mean, everybody else has like shadows moving, but otherwise they're frozen, and they're frozen in every like it's hard to even perceive everything that's going on, and she just looks normal.
you're who?
There's no response.
Right. This is normal. Can I see who's got the next action?
The next action is Sylvia and Lyra.
Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna speed up Lyra.
You're gonna speed up Lyra?
Yeah.
All right. So she starts crying really quickly in your arms. It almost looks like she's convulsing. And then eventually she gets down out of your arms and she starts sits there okay.
Are you
And then-
all hun?
And then she just looks
You
around
okay?
and she's and then she looks back at you, and then she's she shakes her head, and for a second you see her mouth go maybe she said something, but it was
What?
it was inaudible, and then eventually she just goes, and she looks directly at you, Leo.
I'm just gonna point at the dwarf guy and be like,
She looks at you, Leo, and she goes, and she starts moving normal again.
I am very confused.
You just see her spazzing out super quickly, and then
Yeah.
suddenly she stops, and she's just fine.
Uh-huh.
She's just standing there, and she's just
She came to.
she looks at Leo, and she's like, "No."
Was it the first time she was actually hurt?
I'm just trying to make you be able to hit him harder.
And she's like, "No."
Fine.
Sylvia is angry at him now, but she doesn't understand why.
She doesn't even see Leo. She doesn't know he's not.
Yeah, you don't
there.
know that I actually did anything.
Never mind.
Like,
has a
she looked at
motherly
him,
sense that
but
tells
nobody
her,
else can even
"Be
see
mad
him."
at Leo. Okay, well, I'm in awe. I'm gonna let her do her thing, and then I'll do whatever.
So whatever you want to do on your turn. This is just the silliest fight, but that's how you win these fights, is by doing silly stuff, because otherwise these guys are impossible.
I'm
What
just
if
letting
I
everyone wail on it.
emotionally overload? Can I do that? Can I emotionally overload Lyra? And make her, Hulk out?
I mean, you can. You just want to make her angry.
Not angry, but, fierce. Determined. You got this, baby girl. You know?
Just extra focus. Or...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can do that if you want. But
I want to do that.
but she seemed to be like, look at that guy, with her no. Like, no.
Oh.
Like
she
he's all
didn't want-
twisted
okay.
and mangled. She's like,
Okay.
no.
Never mind. I take that back. I don't want her to do that. I don't know what else to do. I could try to emotionally do him again. I could try to play walk. I don't. How do I even do that though? I don't
That
even
was-
remember.
That's
That
your
was your
overclock.
overclock from the armor.
It's one of the overclocks. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how useful it'll be in this particular situation at this moment.
I'm gonna
The
go
guy
over
frozen.
to Sly and be like, Sly, have you tried talking to him yet?
Yeah, like you see Leo standing inside of the cavern with you, and he's like, "Have you tried talking to him yet?"
Leo?
Do I actually
Get
hear
here.
that?
Huh?
Do I hear him like in his
Yeah,
head?
yeah. You hear outside of time. You see everything. Like, this is basically
well, I
activates
mean-
all your powers at one time.
Okay. Oh shit.
This
mean,
this activates
fine.
clairvoyance. Is the point?
Ah, okay.
I'm trying to, Leo, but Yankafoot here. A, I don't think he likes Rorik too much. But B, you see the big indent on his head? Yeah, that's like 50,000 years of dripping.
Are you
So,
sitting in a chair?
good question. Don't know, and can't move. At least not yet. Still trying to figure out what this place is. I think this is where your consciousness goes whenever you get possessed.
Can I approach Yankafoot? Can I see like Yankafoot in here too?
Oh yeah, Yankafoot's just sitting there, writhing in his chair, yelling about Rurik, just a whole bunch of dwarven obscenities.
Can I go like sit in front of him and like snap
What
my fingers like
bastard.
focus, focus?
No, he's just like flailing and going Rurik, like it's like you can't understand anything he's saying except for Rurik every now and again.
Can I try? I don't know if this is possible to rewind like that portion of him, like just that.
Try to
whatever.
undo 50,000 years of.
Maybe not 50,000 years, just like as much as I can to see if he gets a little more like mental aptitude versus
Like some years of his fighting spirit back.
You can give it a shot.
like. All right, so that would be. I think it's the same roll I've been doing. That's okay. Big money, no whammy. 31.
All right, let's see how far that'll turn you back. Boop, boop,
So
boop,
I wouldn't expect to
boop.
be able to rewind 50,000 years of mental, fatigue. But even if it gets just like a little more like.
Okay. You see he is sitting there and yelling, and then you see him unyelling, lifts his head, raises it back down, and then he's just staring at the floor for a good long time. And then like small twitches here or there, but mostly just staring at the floor. And then the thing on the top of his head goes. As his head becomes slightly less concave, and then you just sit there and he's staring at the floor again, and it stops, and the drip's just dripping.
Do I witness this reverse?
Yeah, you
happen?
see it just.
I'm just like,
What?
he's gonna be really confused now.
Like you wouldn't have been confused already.
Well, now I gotta explain to him Rorik again, and then I don't know if like maybe 10,000 years ago he was still upset with Rorik.
Just
It's
kind of
gonna be
look
an
at that.
awkward situation.
Do you remember Rourke now?
He sits there. He looks up at both of you, and he's like, dripping hits his head, and he sort of.
Yeah, what's up, Yankafoot?
Sly, you're the only one who can understand this, but he's like, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?"
I'm just gonna
Well,
look at Sly.
he asked, "Who are we, and what are we doing here?"
How
I'm
did you get into
Sly.
this mind?
Well, I was trying to save you. I'm doing a great job. I was just about to bust out of this chair, but
There's no saving anyone. If you're trapped in here like I am, you're just waiting for the next prey to kill.
Well, we got your buddy Rorik outside of here.
Rook, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I owe him quite a bit of money.
You owe him quite a bit of money.
Aye,
Uh,
aye, aye. I
I'm
don't think
sure
that matters much now, but yeah, Yes, I own quite a bit of money.
Well, I'm gonna leave this to you, and I'm gonna go back out.
But as it is, this is my grave.
No,
Sure.
we're gonna.
You'll have to chase me into hell if he wants it back.
No, we're gonna need you to fight as much as I know you. I know you've probably been fighting for 30, 40, 50,000 years. I get it. But
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna really need you to fight like your hardest to separate yourself.
Wait, so I can
Bro.
get punched in the face again when I come to.
You got punched in the face? When?
I'm pretty sure Rurik was going to hit me pretty fucking hard as soon as I'm out of this situation.
Are we talking real world or possessed you?
Possessed. Right, yes.
Oh,
I got touched
so
by the Black Hand. Aye, yes. Right.
So you can see through the you eyes of you.
No, you just mentioned Rurik, so I figured he's around.
Do you not know it? Okay, so we busted into a thing. We're on your ship, and like you're possessed, and you're going crazy, and like trying to kill us and stuff.
Aye. I did the same to many of my kin.
Yeah, you and Rorik are the last of your kin. So I'm gonna need you to fight really hard. So both
He
of
sits there
you.
and he just like stares at the ground and he's just last of my kin. Aye. So what is there for me to fight for? Huh?
I don't know. Are you asexual? How do you dwarves make babies? Is there female dwarves? I don't know how that works.
If we're the last, me and Rook, there is nothing left to fight for.
There's plenty left. There's still nobles to kill, and you can get vengeance. Have you ever heard of vengeance?
After the amount of time that I've been in here tortured, I don't think that vengeance is the first thing on my mind. Death would be welcome, though.
Well, how about you die seeking vengeance? That's best of both worlds. Huh?
Why don't you just leave this place?
I would, but I don't want to. Right now. You know, it's a want thing.
Suit yourself. That'll drive you mad over time. Points up at the dripping water on your head, which is starting to bother you quite a bit.
Yeah. Well,
Your head itches like crazy.
You also haven't had 2 assholes in your brain. On top of that.
No, I've only got the one asshole and it's down bottom where it belongs.
Touche. So, what do you remember? What's the last thing you remember before being here?
The last thing I remember is when the Black Hand came. You know, it only takes one of them. And you see, like, winces from pain just thinking about it. Just one of them was enough to destroy everything we set up here, the whole trap, everything. One of them.
Now,
was
Black
enough
Hand, is
to
that
take
different
down.
than Noble?
They're nobles, aye. But they act directly under him.
G. Lacron's brother.
Aye. It only takes the one to wipe out the whole civilization.
Okay.
That's why they're called the Black Hands. Because they're as if they're the hands of Avathon themselves.
Found a way to kill any of them yet? Trap them? Insult them?
The one that showed up here. Took the power out. He killed the primordial. They can't be killed, really, can they? And then he did it. We lost power, it drifted. He came to me. I was one of the few that was keeping the ship going. It was my shift, you know. I killed all the ones that were left. The ones that weren't in tanks, and then I hid myself, I sealed myself in the veins. All this time just trying to fight back so I wouldn't kill the rest of my kin, and you're telling me they're dead anyways.
Not all of them. But, maybe your home planet. You got little alien dwarfs on your home planet still. But yeah, everybody on this
My
ship.
home planet was destroyed long before we set off on the Ares.
Well, maybe there's another Ares somewhere.
Look,
Maybe
don't
some of y'all
know
got a
what
little
you're
escape
doing here,
pods.
but I feel that it's about time you left.
Only if you're going with me.
Roll a resistance check with your psionics.
He's trying to boot you out of his brain.
Mm-hmm. The E1.
You're still in there. He rolled a 29. You see he looks at you and his eyes fixate on you. And you see that it's like looking into your own eyes as mental energy bombards you. And you react in kind. And he looks at you and he's like, right then, so you're one of Gilacron's little bastards, aren't you?
Aye, that'd be me.
Hopefully the same doesn't happen to you that's happened to me here.
Are you a Gilacron dwarf descendant?
Aye.
Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Sly, by the way. I'm bad at formalities. I don't know.
Well, you're about as stupid as he is, then, aren't you?
Takes one to know one. Jeez. At least I'm not stuck in a chair.
Well, this is what happens when the one that tries to take you over wins.
Did you have other U's in your brain too?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but no.
Okay. No,
I was devoured. For a while I was in control. For a few minutes I was able to get myself here.
I'm gonna need those few minutes that you got to come back so we can get you out of here. Have y'all found a way to like disassociate yourself or like remove the goo, as you would say, as I would say? You probably wouldn't.
You think that I might have done that in the past, however long it's you say I've been here.
Well, I mean, you can't because it's possessing you. Is there an outside way that one of us could either
We
scare
kill
it
those
away,
that get
extract it?
infected. Slay. We kill them.
I know.
We
Hey,
burn the
I'm
bodies.
trying to find an alternative route.
That's it.
Okay, because it seems like everybody just kills.
You might want to find a way to lock this body up when you're done defeating me, which, by the feels of it, I think you have. Because this body won't be killed easily. You usually burn the fox.
Yeah.
Fire. The excitement of energy, it sends them back to their plane.
Mm-hmm.
Too much potency, too much speed. Molecules, they can't handle it. But me... When I was just a dwarf, I was very resistant to fire. I'm sure you've seen Rurik.
Yeah,
Oh, who told him not to do that?
little fireball guy. Yeah.
Right. You'll have a hard time burning me to a crisp. So find a way to seal me, or jettison me out into space. Maybe use one of the cannons.
Or we cure you.
Oh, good luck with that. But as it is, by the feels of the body right now, I'm pretty sure you guys got me beat.
Is it a quick question? Do you feel like it's a mental thing keeping you possessed, or a physical thing keeping you possessed, or a both thing?
I've tried for millennia to get out of here, Sly. This is me now.
You just give up on yourself too easy. Look. Look, I got a beautiful fern outside that wants to meet you.
Several thousand years, and you gave up so easily.
Look, Jägerfoot, I got a beautiful trippy fern waiting outside for me, and it's dying to meet you. His name is Fernie.
Okay, roll to not get kicked out of his head.
I feel like regardless of what I roll, you're just gonna say it's higher to get me out. 31.
That's 10, 21 with an 8 is 29 plus a 3.
What? Yeah, see? He just added that bullshit. He
It's
just added an
32.
extra 3. He just added an extra 3 to get me out.
These are the dice right here.
Beats me by 1.
5 dice. So, you are out of his brain. You are a hovering body, and you see that. All right, let's go back to real time.
Yeah.
You guys beat the shit out of this guy. Sorry about that. That happened outside of time because Leo's there. Leo, you witnessed all this.
Okay. I only understood half the conversation though.
Yes, half the conversation.
Sly, you're bad at this.
So we're back in real time now? And I'm
Who's
in
next?
body again.
Yep. Who's next?
Technically be me.
No, technically it would be Leo's turn, but he
But it
doesn't
just
matter.
skips past,
So,
yeah.
Annika.
So I run in. I see this mangled, time-stopped corpse thing. I do not see Leo. Sly is still hawked out. Is he?
My eye color changed, I guess. Back from green to blue or what?
You have to fight to get back in your body if you want to take
Oh.
control again. Roll against yourself.
How beat up does Annika look currently?
I'm at like half health, so I run in kind of like, I've definitely been worse, but not great. Hey.
My roll. Woohoo! Yeah, good luck, me.
Gotta get rid of the cat.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm the 31. Badass is the...
He didn't get a D12. What's up with that? Oh, is it discipline?
I have the mental, mental resistance against
Gotcha.
him.
The 34 is to speed up healing on wounds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's like several amounts. That's so much rest. You're completely healed.
Like immediately?
Yeah, you're also a year older, but yeah.
Oh, well.
You're older now, but you're healed.
So I would like to use the PowerPoint to use my overclock and just come charging into this room, get a bead on this guy over here, see he's clearly fucked, and then just try to blast him into pieces.
Okay.
So what does my overclock add to my roll, or?
We'll do it as a roll, since you're trying to control it. And you guys have, for some reason, I've been giving you like full range of powers, which I shouldn't have done, but it's fine. You were still supposed to be drained of powers, but that's cool.
Yeah. Well.
It was just too much work to shut it all down for all this. So yeah, you run into the room. Go ahead and add a 18 step to your physical ability.
Die. 3d12.
Oh, that was so bad.
6
I get-
d12, and that's what you get.
I get rerolls though. Oh no! One more.
Rip.
Still
Those
not
dice
much
are just
better.
like, nah.
It's okay because legendary is still 39 plus, and you got a
Oh. Well.
39 two times and a 43. So yeah, you run into the room. You guys see her, and you see her the intensity look as her, and you can see like just like the air around her just disintegrating as she walks close. She touches him, and his body turns to nothing.
So now is it just like particles all just sitting there as like
Yeah,
completely
just
separated?
like little tiny itty bitty black particles are just floating in midair.
Man, all that time getting to know Yankafoot.
Yeah, and that whole conversation, I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna kill this motherfucker."
Man.
Like,
So Annika
What do
charges in.
you do with his molecules? Because they're still
I-
floating there.
Well, so can I just like, because I can alter molecules, right?
can.
I just shift them into like atmosphere, or like just just purge them somehow?
Leo can intercede and talk to you before you do anything else. So
Yeah, I was gonna be like, can you pull the black goo away from the non-black goo parts of them?
If he's broke down to particles,
I mean, technically, they already should be, right? Like, if he's down to like a molecular level.
they're very different molecules. This would
Put 'em back
require
together without the black
this require a very, very, very good intelligence and check to figure out how to do it and pull it apart and put him back together again.
I think Annika doesn't see the point of that at all. And
to have another dwarf ally? What?
I mean, he was infected and, tried to kill people, but
So does Sly!
And one of these days, Sly's gonna get blown apart too.
So what are you gonna do with his molecules?
I just want to make them inert, like somehow, like just shift them into something that is not.
You take all of the electrons out of the atoms, subatomic particles. You remove everything and you put it into two separate piles, and you let it drop, and there's just a ball of energy just hovering there.
What did you do?
I don't.
Actually, you got to roll for that. If you fail the roll,
Is it the same roll as the
yeah,
last one?
same roll.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see that roll for some reason.
56.
56.
You can do whatever you want with those molecules.
Yeah, I mean, I basically just want to erase them from existence.
They're gone.
Oh.
Annika just charges in, blasts this guy to pieces, and he's just completely gone. And Leo's babbling, but she's not listening.
Cool. Now I need you to make a willpower check.
Okay. Oops. Just straight willpower?
Willpower
Or is
and
it like-
discipline if you have discipline. Mental resistance.
Discipline. I think I do. I can't find it. There it is. Concentration? Does that work?
No, discipline.
How about intimidation?
No.
Oh boy.
That felt really, really good.
Yeah.
And
no,
you
I
kind
know
of
I did.
feel like it would be fun to try it on something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a hard person to convince with all the different possible futures that could have happened. You still killed him like 98% of the time.
PowerPoint.
Yeah.
No, you have the sensation that it would be really fun to do this to something else. Pick a target.
Yeah.
And get into character, because Annika is just melted this person into molecules and then
No, okay. I got
eviscerated
this.
them from existence.
I've been wanting to. Well, okay. Sorry, but I think she's just gonna turn to Sly and be like, "I just eviscerate, and just try to remove the infection."
Okay.
I have to remember what that roll was.
About removing my infection?
Yeah, I mean, if I have to keep going, you're the next best target.
So she walks towards you, and she has this look in her eye, like curious look, and her eyes
You
are
can
just
poke me anytime you
burning
want,
with
Annika,
this
just leave me alone.
with that
Yeah,
same sort of violet sonic energy you've seen before. Whenever she does this kind of thing, and you can see the
I don't
ground
know.
where she steps is sort of dissolving.
So I don't know technically when I wear out, but if I'm still in
You're
it,
still in it.
I want to look at the person in the lawn chair, and I'm gonna look back at them and just be like,
What? So she goes and you start and you see as she starts pulling black out of Sly, and it starts it's agonizing as she starts to do it.
Well, I was supposed to say, before she gets close to me then, I just let Mind Freak out of the cage
Oh no.
to tell people to just not fucking do that.
What do you say to Mind Freak?
I'm like, hey, dude, she's gonna do something to all of us, and I need you to just literally tell her no. All right? I'm letting you take the wheel, have fun for 35 seconds. That's what you got.
Just a second.
I
gotta-
clusterfuck.
You stop. Leo stops time.
Sign out. Oh,
Wait. So this would be
Clairvoyance. You're aware he's doing that.
Okay, yeah. I want to know the result of what happens when Mind Freak goes out. Like,
That's going to take a really high roll, though. So you still have to roll for that.
all right. So I want to try and see what happens. Like, if he's just like stop, like no, or if it's bad.
29. You see Sly changes form into a man wearing a suit. Just Sly, but he's wearing a suit.
What?
And he walks forward, and that's all you can see because he looks at you and it goes away.
Just gonna stop time.
So time stopped.
I'm just gonna sit down for a second. It's gonna be like,
This is a clusterfuck, guys. This could be a TPK. We don't know. This is all the psychoses coming out at one time. It's fucking great.
just gonna look at
And
Lyra.
Leo, as is intended, has control of the situation the best he can.
She's like, oh, okay. She's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill us all.
I'll still try to combat it, but combat
Oh.
him. Just take his form, but that.
No.
All right,
I'm
so-
gonna walk over to
Here's objecting.
the lawn chair one first and be like, do you have any input, or are you just gonna continue to ignore me?
She's just watching and seeing this stuff happening. She doesn't seem aware of your existence.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was just trying to like options. Then I'm gonna go over to Lyra and be like, help.
Right.
Let me roll for Lyra to see if she notices.
So that's my psionics. What's his?
you.
More step, or-
No, it's like
Or, I mean,
6
Like double?
steps higher or double.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh god. Please just roll a bunch of crits.
Yeah. I think it's even higher than that. I don't remember what I told you.
I think it was just double my stats.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everything I had.
Doubled.
Which is ridiculous. I almost fucking beat him! What? No! Shit!
Yep. So
He rolled 2 crit ones. Whatever. God damn it. I almost beat him.
So, we're at an impasse here, guys. Lyra does not notice you because you
Okay.
can't talk to her while you've got all time stopped. So
Right.
she would not have time to act.
Ow. Oh. Mm.
Shit.
It's not fun being the Time Lord, basically, is it? Huh?
Not when you guys are about to kill all of us.
Well, hopefully.
I'm not trying to kill him.
I think you might kill him inadvertently.
I actually lied. I misdescribed the fucking girl in the lawn chair. She does look like she's like wearing punk clothing, but her skin is pure black.
Gotcha.
I forgot to add that little bit.
That small detail that nobody would otherwise notice.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
I guess
When I say
All I
pure
can
black,
do-
I mean like noble black.
I guess at that point all I can say is like over at Sly and be like, don't do it. And then go over to Annika and be like, don't do it.
That's gonna fall on deaf ears for her, for sure.
Yeah.
But you can make a persuasion check.
And just like no, like I guess say that to Sly. And I already know that because right, 90. And then how can I stop it? I got nothing. I was sitting here, I'm like, I got nothing. Fuck.
I've got one.
This is fun.
Like,
It's not fun for chat, but it's fun for us.
The thing is, like, I could do this, but then I don't know if the other one becomes not dead. And if the other one's not dead, then we're back in the same shit show we were just before this.
So,
Just reversing all of time.
so
Yeah.
I'll give you like a couple of minutes to figure out what you're doing.
I got it. No, so I'll tell Sly, don't do it, and then I'll let them start going again. And if she starts dissolving him, I'm just going to start re-rolling him backwards as she dissolves him.
So I'm just like constantly like, ow, wait, I feel better. Ow.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Can Sylvia use emotional overload to calm everybody the fuck down so we can have a conversation?
You
and
might
not
be
just,
able
like,
to.
You
You
can
fight each
try to
other?
do it before it happens.
I would like to try to do
But
that.
I need you to roll initiative with each of them now.
Oh shit.
Okay.
She has the highest initiative.
Potentially.
Now when I'm
Let's
hulked
see how
out,
this goes.
When I'm hulked out, I think
Oof.
I got the highest.
30 for Leo.
Oh,
23, you go
Oh.
after Annika.
Alright, well, so much for that.
Where am I going?
Well, so how
Now we
does this
just need
play
to
out
see
then?
who goes first between you and Annika.
Yeah,
Sly.
I don't know.
And you did hear. Well, you will hear me when time unfreezes.
Ooh!
Okay. Well, so technically, Nikita, she's gonna start dissolving. Yeah, basically, if you didn't beat Annika, then you're not gonna be able to
Yeah.
stop it. So,
Okay.
so what'll happen will sort of happen here. So she starts
He's
to
gonna be
dissolve
like,
you.
Wait. And
She starts
I
to
guess David's
dissolve
gonna go
Sly,
ahead.
and you can see like it start to go away, and then you see Sly is like, go for it, and a man steps out wearing a suit, and he says, "Stop," and you stop. Turn that off.
Is
And
that to
he
me, or-
no, that's to Sylvia, who's about to stop people from doing emotional overload, and he walks up to Annika, who's just standing there. Aren't
Am
you
I frozen?
pretty?
Or
No, he told you to stop, so you're just standing there. Aren't
Okay.
you pretty? Dissolve yourself. And you dissolve yourself.
I'm gonna rewind that.
It unhappens. He's like, curious. Very curious. Come back to our time. Leo, you're standing there. You're all
I
very
don't
naughty children.
appreciate that.
Don't speak.
I'm just gonna glare at him.
Don't glare. Dissolve yourself. You dissolve yourself.
what, me again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tigger's objecting to that.
I'm gonna try and rewind it again.
All right, make it roll. Yeah, you rewind it. And he's like, this is getting very old. I don't like
And then I'm
this.
gonna.
Dissolve him. And you dissolve Leo.
Why does he have to make rolls and I don't?
Huh? Because you're
He made
being...
him roll to do his thing. I know I'm like super powered right now, but
You're super powered, and he tells you to do it, it happens.
Okay.
So Leo dissolves into nothing.
Alright.
And then he's like, ah,
Kev got his way. He died.
This feels so much better.
Yeah, is Kev here?
Huh? Yeah.
Kev's still
Dude, Kev, I just dissolved Leo. You see as his body just breaks into particles and turns into dust. He's like, satisfying. I really enjoyed that time here. Why don't I just get rid
I mean,
of this,
I'm mentally like I'm still trying to dissolve him.
remove the rest of them from me, so that I'm the only one left. Now you gotta make a roll.
Roll low. Roll low.
I still get my overclock bonus though, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Roll low. No.
So Sly gets removed, and Badass McGee gets removed, and you just see a man standing there in a suit, and as they dissolve into nothing.
Annika kind of feels great.
And he looks close to you. He's like, I think I may keep you around. Let's have some fun together. Shall we, my love? Finish the other two as well.
Oh, okay. This is where I, like, can I please start making resistance rolls or something?
No.
He tells me. He
This
tells
guy
me to
doesn't.
turn on Sylvia.
This is Kilgrave.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But the thing that happened to me in the primordial plane,
You can make one roll. Go for it.
what is it going to be? Just
Beat a
willpower?
39 with willpower and mental resistance.
Well, that's just like,
Discipline.
yeah. So maybe if I ace it.
Right?
Yeah, you have to ace it and then
Then some.
some.
Okay, well,
And that was with a 12 instead of rolling the 12. That was, yeah. So you walk over.
Oh.
Sylvia, you see Annika walk towards you.
Uh-huh.
And Lyra. And you look at Lyra as her skin starts to peel away. And she looks at you, and you look back at this woman who you thought cared about you. As you both turn to dust.
Wait, do I see Kilgrave?
Oh, you see the Master of Minds talking to
Mhm.
Annika,
Okay, well I know it's not her fault.
and you
But
all
I'm
dissolve.
screaming as Lyra is murdered before me.
The Master of
I'm
Minds
just
takes Annika,
yodeling like Tigger right there.
and they walk
calling out.
back to the colony to deal with the rest of the pesky humans. Killing Caldwell on the way. And that's where we're going to end our session. I'm kidding! I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, it is time.
Here's what happens. Leo, the woman in the lawn chair moved. And as you look at the small bubble that she holds out in front of her and see all this play out, you see the reality in which this happened happen. But you see she creates another bubble, and it expands. Annika calms down. Sylvia went first. And everything is as it was.
I'm just gonna like pat my arms like.
You
Okay.
just watched yourself dissolve. You watched
Exactly,
everybody
yeah.
die. But you watched as she, holding two realities, shifted one into the present and continued like watching a TV screen and opened it back up.
Even though no one can hear me, just like, that's a cool trick.
Everybody take your headset off except Leo.
Muted.
Oh shit.
And she sits there. She whispers, she's like, come on, Dad. It's getting really hard to keep you alive. Just fucking find me already.
I just like jaw drop, like, oh,
And you're good, guys. So, Sylvia, you use your ability to calm them down, to stop them. Proceed.
Annika, why'd you have to kill him? I was like that close to making him not him.
So we're all standing there right after I dissolve the guy, and we all just feel calm.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then I guess I would reappear
so-
about this time.
And I just wanted to do all that so Leo got it firsthand and freaked all the rest of you guys out.
Okay. So Annika just kind of like relaxes.
Your power slowly fades back to its normal state. You feel drained as fuck.
Yeah, how many points did that cost me?
All of them.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone.
Um, so,
Leo, you too. You're out of points, man.
yeah,
um,
I was like, even counting like just general what I
You
was
just
doing, I was like, I'm
you
putting
just
30
witnessed
points.
reality being reshaped. Like you're
Reappear. I hate all of you guys.
you're calm though.
No, he's not. He
Yeah.
wasn't there
Calming.
for any of the
He wasn't there
calming.
for that,
He's
okay.
there, and he just came back from just watching this.
Okay, so we're calm, so we don't care.
We
Yeah,
don't know
I
what
say
that-
this, and you're all just like, ah. You're a pain in the ass. You're a pain in the ass.
He was a danger to us. It had to be done.
I was in his mind. I mean, we were close. Where's Fernie?
We left him at the
Probably where
door,
you
I think.
left
I let.
it.
Who didn't grab Fernie? Ah.
Over the
He
comms.
calls himself Pirate
Over the
Legend.
comms. I'm glad to see you're all okay.
Oh, hey, Caldwell.
Seeing as you're all, and you see Caldwell peeking around the corner and walking at a normal pace around the thing, seeing that you're all just standing there. He's like, if anybody would like to help me decide what to do with this biome, I'm quite intrigued by it.
Me too. I have some ideas.
I
Like-
think we let Rorik's version, because metal and stuff.
Rurik, standing there in his armor, looks staring
Oh, that's cool armor, Rorik.
staring where it went down. And he's calm. But he's looking at Annika with a look of absolute hatred.
Mhm.
And that's where we're going to end our session.